Yo, what up? Is your boy Red? I'm gonna review The Eighth Son. Are you kidding me? Anime, right? Another isekai. Luckily the title's not that long this time. Did I enjoy this one? It was alright. I mean, it's your average isekai. I mean, you compare it to the greatest isekai shows and like the worst ones. It's right there, right in the middle. It's not the worst one I've seen, not the best one. They do some things really interesting, really good, but other things they kind of falter. Basically, this kid gets reincarnated into this noble family who's impoverished, I guess. He's eighth in line, so with that being said, and his family's kind of poor, he's not gonna get much of an inheritance, right? So he kind of decides to go out into the world and maybe, find some other skills that he, grow up, make money off of and expand, right? He meets this mage, he teaches him magic. In this world, if you know magic or have mana, you're kind of rare and powerful in a way. So, and that could lead to a succession, war between his brothers. He doesn't want that, so he kind of hides it and decides to become an adventurer. Through all this process, of course, it's your typical isekai stuff. He is powerful. People start noticing him. He basically becomes a count by the end of the show. So that's pretty cool. Typically, he's a nice guy, right? You're not going to see him, exploit his power or try to gain a lot of money, although he kind of does by accident, but whatever. He does meet his party. He gets to meet his wife eventually because people want to be connected to him. There's this big battle between his family and him. It gets pretty crazy at some points. Now, with that being said, it sounds pretty cool, right? It is kind of cool, but there's a lot of things that don't go very well in the show. Like his companions, we really don't know anything about them. They're just put in there. If anything, I feel nothing for these companions. They start trying to be their concubine for our main hero. I don't care about that. Usually I'm like, oh, cool. But this time around, I don't even care. The only companion that you actually care about is the girl that gets, the first girl that gets betrothed to him, or becomes his fiance. They do a really cool thing where she's like the holy saint and she has to live up to this, and he's like the hero, he has to live up to this, and they're both helping each other. That was actually pretty interesting concept going on in that one. We've seen that before, but they don't even show the war here. They just show the medical tents of her. She's working, she's hearing all these soldiers. Man, he's badass, he's out there fighting for us. And then when he comes back, he tells them that the only reason he was fighting that hard is because he was hearing that she was doing such a good job at the tents. So that was cool in my opinion. But other than that though, none of the other characters I care about really at all. I don't even bother learning their names, right? Music was it was decent enough, not none of the best opening I've seen, but I kind of skipped it a lot like most of the other ones. Will there be a season 2? I really don't know. And do I care? Not too much actually. This one came out in 2020. I mean, I don't really care if it gets a season 2. It's one of those I could just put in the background really. So I mean, it's not the greatest I've seen, so definitely don't care if there's a season 2. If there is, then I'm like, oh look, remember that show? Yeah, I'll watch it. And yeah, definitely watch season 2. They could do a lot with it. I mean, the continent, he basically could rule over it or help out other counts or whatever. I don't know what's going on here. Now, with that being said, what would I give this isekai, right? It is an isekai. I would give it an average score of 6 out of 10, right? It was alright, it was average, nothing too special, but it was there. Thanks guys for watching the review. Hit that like, hit that sub, and don't forget, links down below to shirts and other merch, and I'll catch you guys on the next review. All right, peace, yo.